Hey, good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. This morning we are taking our Mustang down to Mays Tire in Bridgewater and we're getting our new wheels put on. We bought the new turbines from LMR. They're awesome, machined lipped, machine fins, so it's got like a bright finish. Well, not chrome, but this gloss finish that the flat rims on the turbines don't have now. So I'm gonna get over there. We'll take a look at the rims before we mount them. We'll throw them on the car. We'll show you the difference between the old rim and the new rim, see how nice it looks. I saw the rim yesterday for the first time. I got it shipped in a couple days ago. I dropped the tires off, the wheels off over there. We've got our BF Goodriches we put on 2 years ago. They have like 1,800 miles on them, so I'm gonna change these tires over to there, mount everything up, make sure it looks great. I think we're gonna stay with the raised white letters. I think it's the right look on the white car, but I can't wait to see how this wheel pops against the white because the paint's really nice on this car, so I think it's gonna look great together. So I can't wait to share this with you. If you're thinking about doing the LMR wheel, I'll let you know at the end of the day if it's a great option for you. All right, guys, here's the original wheel, original center cap. We've got new center caps, new wheels. I can't wait to show them on there to you, see how they look. I think it's gonna look awesome on the car, and we'll get a gauge of how it shows up with that white paint once we get over to Mays and get those new wheels put on. All right, guys, so this is the new LMR wheel. This is the new with the polished rim, and this is the original wheel. This is a rear tire, so you can see there's not a ton of brake dust on it. It's still a nice wheel, a little bit of delamination, but you can see on here, and hopefully it shows up in the light, and when we put on the car, I think you'll notice more. You can see what they did is they actually polished the spine, and they polished the outside rim, so when you get onto the wheel, you get a lot more pop, and it's tough in here because we don't have a lot of light, and right now it's been raining the last couple of days, so we won't be able to see it, but it's a big difference. And what's nice on this is when you get into the original wheel, it was a rough finish, so the brake dust would sit in here and you really couldn't do it. You saw right here, just even with the car being clean, even just me going in over there's always a lot of brake dust. It's really hard to clean in those corners. And when you get into a front tire, it's a nightmare. You're in there with a Q-tip, you're trying to clean it, didn't really work well. What they did with this is they polished it, it's clean all the way around. So it's really easy to go in and actually keep that clean, and I really do love that polished lip. I was always curious if they made like a chrome version of this, and I don't know how chrome would look, but this looks great the way it's set up, so awesome setup. All right, guys, so we got the aftermarket wheels on the LMR. I think they look awesome. We cleaned up the white letters. We actually put a black cap back on versus the green we had on for the nitrogen. We still put the nitrogen in, but we put the black cap on. Brand new center caps from LMR. I think the wheels look amazing. You know, with this car, with this paint, it's a little dark out, so we don't have the same amount of sun, but really what I was trying to see was we needed that contrast. It looks so close to the original wheel, but these wheels are like perfect and they're smooth. What I love about these is just the style on them. And you know, it was interesting as we were going through on this. So the one thing I ran into that was a little bit challenging, and just so you know, if you have it, with these wheels, if you want to do like an inside weight, because factory, these wheels actually had the outside weight. So if you want to do an inside weight, you might rub on your calipers. We run into that. So for the rears, we're able to do an inside weight, but on the fronts, we had to do the outside weight. But that's okay. That's factory. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're trying to do this. If you're doing like a show car like we do, you want to keep in mind that you're probably going to have to do, and you'll see on here, we did have to put the traditional weights back on here. I don't think they look bad. Again, it's traditional to the car. It's an 88. The weights from the factory would have been that same style of weight. But the reproduction Ford authorized center caps look awesome. They gave you the right lugs for the car, so these lugs stick out a little further, which looks great on the car, and then you get that little bit of machine lip on it. Just gives it a really nice style. So if you're thinking about doing the LMR wheels, the replacement turbines, 15x7, they're great looking wheels. I think they're gonna be amazing on the car, really easy to clean, nice shine, so I'm super happy with the way they look. I actually even feel like they look a little more open than the original wheel was, so I feel like I can actually see a little more inside. So maybe a little better cooling for the brakes, hopefully maybe a little less brake dust by doing that. So awesome wheels, super happy. Guys, I came to Mays Tires. This is my family's owned this shop forever. My cousin Bob is one of the best mechanics, one of the best wheel guys in the world. He does a ton of high-end cars. They've been doing it forever. He does stuff for the Corvette folks in the area, the Vipers, a lot of exotics, classic cars. So I know it's funny when you say, but it's family, but they've been here for over 30 years. They're great at what they do. I only trust Bob to do my work. So I wanted to share it with you. I love the way they look. I think they look awesome. And as we go in, that wheel looks amazing on that car. The Mustang, we just put on the LMR turbine wheels, 15x7, the replacement for the factory wheels. I'm at 60, 65 miles an hour on the highway, a little bit of traffic. I wanted to see how the car rides. We were able to balance them. I showed you, we did have to put the outside weights on the fronts because we were rubbing on the pads. And I think that's just, you know, the tires actually were very good. Everything ran very smoothly. These BF Goodriches we put on 2 years ago, but they've only got less than 2,000 miles on them. But there was a little bit of cupping on the edges, right? Because we only drive it to car shows, and you know, it's a 35-year-old suspension. So once we rotated them, the car runs incredibly smooth, hand off the wheel, laser straight, no problems, no harsh vibration, no noise. Incredibly happy with the look of the wheel. I think it looks amazing on the car. It looks so similar to what the original wheel was, but with a nice upgraded touch with that machine lift and those fins that just look really nice in the smooth finish. So incredibly happy with performance. So far, so good. We've got a few miles of them on the highway right now, but they feel great. They look great. So if you're looking for an aftermarket turbine wheel for your Mustang Foxbody, 100% LMR, beautiful wheel. Amazing job in shipping as well. They put on a really nice protective cover on the wheel, so that looked great. The boxes were great. They put all the equipment in there, the replacement Ford center caps that are Ford licensed, so they look great as well. So just a really nice wheel and tire pack, or wheel package for $800, $750 with shipping. Really nice, 1000% recommend. Definitely recommend you check it out. If you haven't done it, hit that like and subscribe button. Car shows coming this weekend, weather permitting. We will see everybody there. We're looking forward to it. Hopefully we get another trophy because the car looks great right now. Talk to you soon.